Hey Lou, what you doing? She's been so antsy lately. I don't know. There's been a critter out here at nighttime or what's going on, but she's been a nervous Nelly. Oh, well, what did you do? Anyway, thought I'd bring you out with me and Lou, and it's been a while. My dead mimosa tree is still standing. Been trying to clean up, still burning a lot of weeds and just crap that find laying around that, you know, needs to be dealt with. Got a new mimosa tree going here. I had a tractor tire, or anyway, another bigger tire here, and I moved it out by the road, and this little mimosa was growing up in there. And by the way it's leaning, I wasn't crazy about it being so close to the driveway, but I think it'll be fine because the way it is leaning, it's going like that way. So I think it'll be fine. And it's coming along rather well, you know. I like it. So that tire there, it was already growing up in that tire, and there was no way of me getting the tire out from around it. So maybe the tire will help it from splitting, like how the other one split apart. Hopefully, you know, we'll have better luck with this one. But in the meantime, this is what we have. And the birds, I have a little woodpecker that's been coming to visit every so often. I've been feeding the birds. So, you know, right now they're elsewhere, but I run out of feed. I've been de-leafing this tree here. It is not dead, but I just don't like it. It attracts bugs. There's some sort of berry that grows on it. I'm not sure what it is. Anyway, birds don't eat the berries, so which tells me, you know, they're no good. But I figure I can just hang stuff from it. So that's a start. This is really cute. These actually turn. I really like that. That's cute. But got a pie dish in this little plant holder here. If I can find it. There. I've been putting bird feed in. But I have some bluebirds. We'll make our way around there. Lou rolling around, enjoying the grass. She's a crazy dog. She's allergic to grass. Or she was when she was a puppy. She don't break out now like she did before. Thank goodness. Enjoying the cool grass underneath the little maple tree we planted. Here's a wind chime my aunt gave me. I like the sunflowers. Got this little purple flower here. But I figured since I didn't have the mimosa now and I wasn't going to have the blooms, I needed to get some potted plants or something for, you know, the bees, and I don't know, bring some cheer to the yard anyway. Some color other than green. Lulu, what you doing? Avoiding the camera, as always. I have me a couple tomato plants started. It might be too sunny out here for them. I'm not sure. This one here seems to be doing a little bit better than the other one. This one here, I believe is a beefsteak. I believe so. I don't know what happened to the little name tags that was on them. There's a hole right there, an ankle breaker, so I keep that little thing in there. But I got me some moss, some flowering moss. I think it's so pretty. I plan on planting it in the middle of the old mimosa tree over here, which at the moment I'm still trying to clean up around it. But anyway, at the moment I have that little birdhouse there, bird gazebo. I'm not sure if Dad made that, or if it was just one that he had that he was using as a pattern. But I found it in the shop, and letting the birds eat out of it. Here's a couple more plants here. They're not happy at all, so I'm gonna have to get them moved. I think they're root bound, actually, so I need to get me some more dirt. I've used so many bags of potting soil and topsoil and all that good jazz that I think I've used up 8 bags so far. Here's my other tomato plant. It's a Roma. I like the Roma tomatoes, and it already has blooms on it. She was really sad. Oh, at first we had them both planted in a oh darn it, a wash tub. And then I got these big pots and I put them in their own separate pot. There's actually, in this little birdhouse there, bluebirds were actually in there. And I have them some feed out here. Here's my Magnolia Jane bush, tree, whatever you want to call it. It's huge. I would like a couple more to put. Oh, excuse me. A gnat flew in my mouth. Anyway, gross. I want to put a couple more in here to kind of as a privacy fence for when that house sells and we have neighbors. That was my mom and dad's place. Mom had sold it after Dad passed away. And then it resold and sold again, or up for sale again, put it that way. But it's all remodeled. They have it listed through Poplar Bluff Realty. I think it's a 3-bedroom and 2-bath. It was 3-bedroom and 1 bath, but then they added a bath. But and it has the pond down there, really pretty. It's my home, but it's okay. It's very pretty. Anyway, I know the last time I was on, I do believe I was talking about where I was going to do Dad's memorial, and I actually ended up putting it over, up here, closer to the house. I filled up this tire, or David and I filled up this tire with some dirt and bought a yellow rose. It's blooming on and off. It kind of seems like, I don't know, I came out last night and it didn't seem real healthy. I'm going to have to come up with something and some rose feed or something for it. But I believe it'll do amazing out here. But I'm kind of trying to fix this up a little bit. It is not done. But I put my little cherubs out here and shells that, they've picked up along the way, or, we've gathered them here and there. There's my dad's plaque. But I thought it'll be nice right here. Lulu, what you doing? I don't know. She's sniffing something out. Oh, my puppy dog. Anyhow, we will roam on around. I've been gathering some stones off of here placing in different places. I put some bird feed in the little my radio flyer wagon. I plan on making it into a fairy garden of sorts. I think, or I might end up planting some moss in it. I'm not sure yet. But then dinosaurs. Let's go on over. Yes, my lawnmower is still broken. My riding mower. I have to order a cable for the spark plugs, but hopefully it'll be fixed after this. I threw some bird seed in this here, just, I don't know, see if I can get some wildflowers to grow. If the birds saved any, they might have eaten it all. But it's a beautiful day outside today. Absolutely gorgeous. And this is what I've been working on this week. I made Mom her own separate place. This is one of her plants out of her house, which I think it might be too sunny. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's too sunny or not. I'm waiting to see what... It's only been out here for a couple days right now. So I'll let it determine, it'll show signs if it's happy or not within the next day or so. But down here in the center of this little bed, right there, is a bleeding heart plant that my mom had transplanted from my grandma's yard. And I had to wait because it was mowed down. Whenever they were redoing the house up there, they had trampled it down, and but it being bulbs, I figured, with any luck, they would come back up. And so I waited and I waited, and I never said anything to the current owner of the place. And then I kept watching the yard and just keeping an eye out for it. And it started coming up. Well, then I called him right away and I asked him, if it would be okay, to get the bleeding heart out of Mom's yard. And he said, yes, absolutely. So that is what I did. And I carefully dug it up and kept everything intact as much as I possibly could. Didn't want to shock it too awful much. And it never even, it never wilted or nothing. It's doing wonderful. And Mom loved that plant. And it had bloomed for the first time, I think it was last year. And she was so excited over it and everything. So I made this little garden place right here for her. And this little duck right here, my aunt had brought to her, one of her sisters, as a gift. And then this little angels gather here, that was a thing that belonged to her. Then I threw out here some butterflies and a couple little trinkets that a friend had given us. And then over here, my alligator. I threw some blue stones in there to kind of mimic water, I guess. The colorful ones over here, maybe they will attract butterflies. I do plan on putting some more flowers out here, maybe. I don't know. I was thinking about this spot here being an herb garden, but I'm trying to build up the soil in these places. So every other year or so, I'll go back through and I put that black mesh down, the ground cover, and then I put, dirt on top of it. I go through and here's kind of a step. I will go through, first of all, and get out all the weeds, or as much as I possibly can. And that's what I'm working on here. And then once I get all the weeds pulled up, I'll put the ground cover down. And then I'll put some, fresh dirt on top. And, you know, that fabric, it does, you know, disintegrate after a while. So it goes back into the dirt. Anyway, I'm just trying to build up the dirt before, you know, I can actually plant anything substantial. Now, to this front bed here, that there is a lily that it was just overtaken by them little the vines. And they were just laid over. So I went ahead and got all the weeds out, and I came through and I kind of combed them up and cleaned out all the garbage that was in the middle of them, and just give them a haircut, you know, covering them back up and watering them real good still. And we're going to go from there. I got the dirt down, and I got to this part here, and I have one bag of soil left and it had gotten dark on me, so I had to stop. Anyway, check out these roses, guys. I don't know if you watched my previous video or not, but these two roses here, my dad had bought me. There's one there and one there. And he bought these for me before he passed away. And he had David plant them for me. And Dad told me, he was like, I wanted these roses out here for you, so you would have roses for every Mother's Day. And, well, let me see if I can get down here to show you. For those of you who have not seen the other video, these plants, I thought they were dead. I don't know if you can see the big old stalk. Ow. The big old stalks down here. But these, the oldest part of the bush is like the size of a small tree. Anyway, and I thought they were dead. So I started hacking on them, and I came out one morning and I had the shovel, and I was fixing to just try to get the roots up out of here as much as possible. And then lo and behold, on both plants, I see new growth. Or on both of the what I thought was dead, the old stalk, I thought it was all dead. So, but there was new growth on both of them. And lo and behold, just when I thought they were gone, they came back. And I had my roses again for Mother's Day. How awesome is that? Like I said, I thought they were goners. I mean, I was fixing to dig up and just destroy it and cover all this up and not even have any plants out here anymore. I was just going to do potted plants out. I wasn't going to put anything else out in the ground, but yeah. Dad had another idea, I guess. I don't know. This one here is a bit smaller, but they're beautiful. They are beautiful. But anyway, I'm going to carry on with putting the new fabric down and putting fresh dirt and trying to get all this front cleaned up. And then I got to start with this. Now, it is a lot better than it was. I heard a vehicle pull up out. I don't know where they went. I hear them. Okay. All right. Hang on.